Hey random people, it is me, that Kenshin person, and today I'm gonna be reading the origins of creepypastas that I was scared of when I was like 5. But which will probably make me realize how stupid these are now that I'm reading them, like full on. So let's start off with the first one. Okay, so I switched my mic because it sounded horrendous. But I'm looking at the Slenderman text that I'm about to read, and it says that the estimated reading time is 16 minutes. Now, future KJ put a recording here to show how long this text is. No, it's not. Do they think I'm 5? Do they think I'm 5? Do they think that I can't comprehend the text without a parent? This will take me 2 minutes at best. They're insulting my intelligence there. This will take me 2 minutes at best, or 3, because I'm a slow reader, but still. I'm disappointed. If you only hadn't looked back. Though it was autumn, the day had seemed long, and the brief walk toward home short. As the sunlight rises, reading like a full-on, British poem. Okay, as the sunlight began to fade, you and your 2 friends left the playground behind and treaded home reluctantly, knowing that you'd be forced to pick up the games and conversation next day. The next day, that never came. If only you hadn't looked back. But you had. Turning around for just a moment, you had glanced back towards the tree line, seeing the fingers of the branches clawing up towards the sky, and beside them, the figure. At first you thought you must be mistaken, that your eyes in the hazy blur of the twilight were playing tricks on you, but no. When you looked again, he was still there. Taller than any man could be, thinner than any of the willowy branches that extended upwards from the trees. He loomed in the distance, like the shadow of some horrible, dark truth you knew instantly you had to look away from. That if you didn't tear your eyes away from this blank, featureless face, then soon the blank will wash over you, become you, and you walk slowly and surely, as if pulled by magnetic force towards him, and towards him, even though you feared him. Though you were scared of his unnatural height, the aching, the blank whiteness on his face, the arms that seemed to stretch towards you, and the slithering tentacles behind. You turned, screwing your eyes up, willing yourself not to look, not to see, not to give in and go to him. You screamed to the others, telling them the same, telling them not to look, but as you opened your eyes, you realized they had already looked. They were already gone. Seriously, this shit was 2 minutes at best. But I'd give it a rating out of cliche creepypastas. I'd give it a 8 compared to other creepypastas. So yeah, let's go to the next one. Let's go! Okay, so on this one, I went to a different website, so it doesn't actually have an estimated reading time. So thankfully it's not insulting my intelligence this time. But we're gonna go straight in. Jeff was a 13-year-old kid who moved to a new neighborhood with his brother, Lou, and their parents. On the first day of school, they were accosted. What the fuck does that even say? Okay, maybe I am retarded. By 3 bullies named Randy, Keith, and Troy, whom Jeff brutally beat up after they threatened him with knives. Lou took the blame for it and was arrested, sending Jeff into a deep depression. The bullies later attacked Jeff at a party, and Jeff killed one of them, but not before getting covered in bleach and lit on fire by Keith. Yo, what the fuck? What the fudgy town? No, this makes no... These are 13-year-olds. Are we in It Town? Is this written by, Jeff Spielberg? No, not even Jeff. That's not even his name. It's Stephen King. Did Stephen King write this? Why are the teenagers murderers? Okay, no, but seriously, back. During this fight, Jeff's mind permanently snapped. When Jeff woke up, he was at the hospital, and his head was wrapped in bandages. When the bandages were taken off, it revealed that his face had become disfigured and ghastly pale from the burns, with bright red lips and a leathery texture. Jeff liked his face this way and laughed hysterically. But the doctor foolishly thought that this was merely a side effect of the painkillers and let Jeff go home. Later that night, Jeff's mother found him carving his face into a permanent smile so that he would no longer have to exert energy to smile, as he put it, and burning off his eyelids so he could always see his face. Jeff's mother went to her husband to tell him that their son had gone completely mad and needed to be killed. Well, damn. That's probably not as smart as you to, like, openly say that and like when you're in the same house with Jeff. Maybe like probably like just leave the house. I mean, if my kid had like proceeded to completely go insane and kill some people, I mean, I'd probably put them up for adoption. Probably should have did that. I mean, y'all still would have gotten killed, but like, I don't know. I'll go back to reading now. But Jeff caught them and stabbed them to death. This woke up Lou, who was recently released. Wait a damn second. Hold up. Wait a damn second. Hold up. Okay, so let's say Lou got arrested for aggravated assault. Like, or just assault. Hold up. Cause Lou took the blame. I don't care that he's a juvenile, but like, hold up. I'm searching this up. Give me a second. Never mind. It seems like juvies who have assault cases, so assault charges only get 60 days, which is kind of stupid. Cause like they just pretty much brutally assaulted somebody, but you know, it's fine. It's fine. Okay, let's go back to reading this. This woke up Lou, who was recently released, with Jeff telling him as he was about to punch a knife into his body. Go to sleep. This dude just took the blame for you brutally assaulting somebody. Why are you killing him? Oh yeah, cause you're serial killer. Jeff then went on a serial killing rampage, killing those who refused to sleep at night. As the story continued, Jeff renamed himself to Jeff the Killer. Of creepypasta clichéness, I'm giving that a 4. Actually, no, I give it a 5. I'll be nice. So what I'm getting from this is that Jeff the Killer doesn't like insomnia. That's my main conclusion from the story. So, yeah. Tell your kids that, Jeff the Killer fucking hates insomnia. Sorry, Isaac, for cursing. I know somebody's probably watching it right now. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, you know, you've all been waiting for this, the 9 people that are watching this. Maybe even more. If I get lucky, YouTube, please, bless me. So Red Mist, we all know, it's called Squidward Muicide. Yeah, Squidward Muicide. So we're gonna start this off right now. One of the interns did a small throat laugh at it. The happy-go-lucky music plays as usual. The story began with Squidward practicing his clarinet, hitting a few sour notes like normal. Here's SpongeBob laughing outside, and Squidward stops, yelling at him to keep it down as he has a concert of the night that he needs to practice. SpongeBob says okay, and goes to see Sandy with Patrick. The bubble splash screen comes up, and we see the ending of Squidward's concert. This is when things seem to fall off. While playing, a few frames repeat themselves, but the sound doesn't. At this point, the sound is synced up with the animation. Yes, that's not common. But when he stops playing, the sound finishes as if the skip never happened. There's a slight murmuring in the crowd. How do you spell crowd wrong? Nah, seriously, wiki guy, how do you spell crowd wrong? I'm disappointed, never mind. Before they begin to boo him. Not normal cartoon booing that is common in the show, but you can clearly hear malice in it. Squidward is in full frame and looks visibly afraid. The shot goes to the crowd, the SpongeBob in center frame, and he too is booing. Very much unlike him, but that's not the oddest thing, though. What is odd is that everybody has hyper-realistic eyes. Very detailed, clearly not in the shots of people's eyes, but something more real than CG. Pupils were red, people looked at each other obviously confused, but since we weren't the writers, we didn't question its appeal to children yet. The shot goes to Squidward sitting on the edge of his bed, looking very forlorn. The view out of his porthole window is up a night sky, so it isn't very long after the concert. The unsettling part of this is that there's no sound, literally no sound. Even the feedback from the speakers in the room, it's as if speakers were turned off, though their status showed them working perfectly. He just sat there blinking in the silence for about 30 seconds. Then he started sobbing softly. Then he put his tentacles over his eyes and cried quietly for a full minute more. All while, a sound in the background, slowly growing from nothing to barely audible. It sounded like a slight breeze through a forest. The screen slowly begins to zoom in on his face. By slowly, I mean it's only noticeable if you look at shots 10 seconds apart side by side. His sobbing gets louder, more full of hurt and anger. The screen twitches a bit, as if it twisted in on itself. For a split second, then back to normal. The wind through the trees sound gets louder and more severe, as if a storm is brewing somewhere. The eerie sound is that sound, and Squidward sobbing. It sounded real, as if the sound wasn't coming from the speakers anymore. But if the speakers were holes, the sound was coming through. As good as a studio sound likes to have, they don't have the equipment to be that good to produce the sound of that quality. Below the wind and sobbing very faint, it sounded like laughing. It came from odd intervals. And wait, hold up. I may have skipped for a second. Why is there what the hell was that? Hyper realistic blood from